Hello friends, welcome back to another episode of One Block at a Time. Before I get into the topic of this video, I kind of wanted to address something that I want to change with the channel going forward. I know this is only the third video, so there's really not much to change, but I kind of want to talk about at the beginning of every video what I'm doing in the game. That way I guess you have context for what is being filmed. So in this video, I've dug out a giant hole. I am going to be making a gigantic moss farm, and it's going to be super industrial and super fast and self-replenishing. I can use bone meal for a lot of things in the game, and it's pretty sweet. It took me around like 3 hours to make, not including the digging the hole part. But yeah, you'd be surprised how much you can get done. I will credit the creator of the farm in the description of the video. But anyway, today's video is going to be about being unmotivated and sometimes unconcerned, and what causes this, and also what you can do to stop it and prevent it. And by no means am I an expert, but I guess these are some things that I've learned. Getting into being unmotivated, I feel that I am typically an uncharacteristically motivated person. I feel like I do a lot more than other people, but at times I have the feeling that I'm doing a lot less than other people. And I think one thing that causes that is comparison, and I think you really should only be comparing your output and what you do to yourself and what you know you are capable of. Because to some, what I'm doing can be seen as amazing and incredible, while to me, I can look at other people and I can see people who are doing way more than me, and that can stop me from being motivated. And so it's nice when you have people that you surround yourself with that are good friends and good family members and people that care about you, that are actively motivating you and inspiring you. But it is difficult when you not necessarily have people who are telling you you can't do it, but when you see other people who want to do what you want to do, or it is difficult when you have people that are doing what you want to do and they're doing it better and at a faster pace, and that can cause you to be unmotivated. For example, in my school, it's very competitive. A lot of people are making a lot of awesome things, and sometimes when I'm in a lull period of not making awesome things, it feels like I don't have the capabilities to do it. Sometimes that results in me sitting on my ass and doing nothing because I've written myself in my own life as someone who is unable to do those things. And that is purely the fault of my own. So comparing yourself to other people can be very dangerous. It can also work in the opposite direction, where when you're comparing yourself to other people, you are being actively very, very, very judgmental, and you aren't necessarily being a better person because of that. Yeah, it's cool that you're doing a lot of things and recognizing that you're doing certain things better and at a higher frequency than other people. That can be cool, but it can also be detrimental. And I guess kind of what I talked about in the last video, finding that balance. But anyway, when feeling unmotivated, sometimes this can happen after doing something really good, and I feel like I've noticed that this year. I worked on a lot of things and I did really well, and I've gotten high praise from friends and peers and mentors and bosses and teachers and stuff. And then when you get all of that and you're done, it's almost like, did I deserve it? And you get that self-doubt and you start wondering, you know, like, why, how did this happen in the first place? Do I deserve any of this? Whatever. And you can get into kind of a lull, where I was recently for a while, and you have to get yourself out of that lull. And how do you get out of that? Well, it's tough when, you know, you feel like you have nothing going for you. You apply to a bunch of jobs, you don't get any of those jobs. You try to work with other people on things, or you try to get projects to come to fruition and it doesn't really work out. And so things that you're doing on your own really aren't working out. No one else is helping you out. People aren't recognizing you. You are kind of just stuck in this position of I have nothing going on, and you kind of get to a self-detrimental, if that's what you want to call it, a self-detrimental place where you kind of want to keep perpetuating that feeling of helplessness and unmotivation because you feel like that's kind of what you deserve in this moment, even though realistically in, grand terms, you don't. Something that helps me to break this cycle is finding a task to do, something small and that's easy, making a list and doing the easy things first and crossing them off. And visualizing all these things that you want to do is extremely daunting, and that can even lead further into the unmotivated, unconcerned mindset, because you go, I haven't accomplished anything in the past X amount of time, and how am I supposed to accomplish all of these things? And I think it's really easy to put, I think it's very helpful to put really easy things at the top of that list or intermixed throughout it. And you look at it and you start doing the smaller things on that list and crossing them off. And watching those things get crossed off really helps in a way because it proves that you're able to do things and get things done and push yourself to be better. Like recording this video. This is something on my list. It's something that most people aren't doing. It's something I enjoy doing. It's something that takes a little bit of time, but it's relatively easy. And I can record this and I can cross it off and I can go, hey, today I recorded, edited, and uploaded video. That's pretty damn good. I got that off my list. And when you start doing a lot of those really small things, they kind of snowball and compound into this greater feeling of productivity and motivation and ambition. And I guess that's really the only thing that I've found has worked for me. I think also surrounding yourself by other people who are motivated and who want to do things and who want to help you do those things is extremely helpful. I've been fortunate enough for the past couple years to live with other people who are very motivated and people who motivate me, but I have been in places where I'm surrounded by people who make me feel helpless or that help too much, to the point that I am completely dependent upon another person. So you can say my parents, for example. If I live at home, my parents are going to cook for me. They are going to clean for me. They're going to provide for me, do everything for me. And so when you get those easy tasks out of your life, like doing laundry and doing the dishes and all those normal basic things, getting groceries, when you eliminate those easy tasks from your life, you become very helpless and dependent. At least for me, that's what I've found. And that helps me feel unmotivated. So doing small things like doing your own laundry, going to the gym. Sorry, I'm kind of throwing that in there because I'm thinking about it. But doing your own laundry, doing your own dishes, taking out the trash, cleaning your space, getting your own gas, just doing those basic things for yourself helps you realize that you can do a lot more than you thought. And then other things like going to the gym too. Like, hey, most people aren't going into the gym. This is going back to that comparison thing. You can compare in a healthy way. Most people aren't going to the gym. The gym makes me feel good. I took an hour of my time. I did something that makes me feel better physically and mentally, and now I'm ready to do more because of that. Going back into the surrounding yourself with good people. A couple years ago, I lived with two people I really didn't know much, and I didn't realize really negatively affected my productivity, my mental health, my overall well-being until I was out of that situation, and until people who I really cared about and respected like kind of slapped me across the face and went, do you not realize what is happening in front of you? And surrounding yourself with good people who are motivated and who are motivating you is very, very, very beneficial, because if you are in a lull and you see a person that you live with or a good friend that you really care about doing something well, because you are living with them, because you are friends with them, they're your peer, someone at your level, it is motivating in the sense that if they can do it, I can do it. And not even in a competitive way, in that I can do it better than them, but in that you and I respect each other. I see you doing this. There's no reason why I can't do that either. And that's something that's motivating. And then having people close to you that do not judge you for your unmotivation, but help you in a healthy way. Like, hey, why are you waking up late every day? You know, and it can be playful and it can be fun, and how they do that. But ultimately it comes from a place of wanting you to do better and wanting you to be better. Like, hey, you said you wanted to do this. Have you started doing that yet? No? Why? Don't give me an excuse. Why have you not done it? And I think surrounding yourself with those people can help you get out of that. So I guess that's my scattered advice or my scattered thoughts, but recently I've been feeling very unmotivated, and it doesn't help when you're getting rejected from job applications. People that you want to work with on things are kind of not helping out, and you're kind of forced to do things on your own. And then, you know, you can get sick, or you can get busy, or you can find excuses, and you kind of get in this self-perpetuating loop of not doing anything, not wanting to do anything, or just doing enough, the bare minimum, to make it feel like you are doing what you want to do. But then you can turn around and think, in the past month, what really have I done? What really have I accomplished? I said I wanted to do these things. Why haven't I? And you can get demotivated by that. But to get out of that, just do one of those small things. And you can do another small thing and another one. And eventually you look around and all these small things have added up into a big thing, where you realize you're getting really good at doing the small things and you want to do one of the big things now. And you become concerned with your life and the life around you and the people around you, and you start to do better. And that's just step one. I think that's really it. I kind of rambled a little bit, but that's kind of the point of this, is just to get my thoughts across. But hey, life is like Minecraft. I wanted to make a moss farm. I did all the little things. I dug out this giant hole. I collected the resources. I got all my gear up. I got everything I need to make this happen. And now that I did all the little things, I can do the big thing. And I got the big thing. And this big thing is going to prepare me for the next big thing, or even the next little thing. But hey, now I can turn around and look what I did. And I can be like, I did that shit. I did that shit.